Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Well, as the Minnesota Vikings fight to get back to 500, what could be a better opportunity than a border battle? To head into Green Bay, take on these Packers, get back to 500. It's all right there. But what do they have to do? Well, first thing is you got to stop Jordan Love in this running game for the Packers. So let's take a dive into the film and see what awaits on Sunday. Now, Jordan Love is the headline for the Packers, but you still have to stop this running game, and they still have this guy, Aaron Jones, a very, very good running back, very good out of the backfield. Let's take a look at how they use him. They used him and Dillon a little bit differently, but this is what the Packers do so well up front. Basically, they're just blocking everything down. They're going to bring back a tight end and kick out and look for that seam. And as you watch this play develop, you can almost get a feel for what Aaron Jones is seeing. He's seeing all these white jerseys walling the Denver Broncos out. You get this good kick out. You got the boot control over here. And then there it is, the wide receiver getting up on the safety. And there's that lane. And Aaron Jones is so good planting that foot, and it ends up being a big run. So you always have to pay attention when these guys are in the backfield. Now, conversely, they also have this guy, A.J. Dillon. Watch the difference in the running game when they have the big back. This guy wants to go north and south. The key to stopping him is to get him to go in east and west. But watch everything up front. What's different? You got double team. These two are working up to the linebackers, and as you're going to see, they have an unblocked man coming into the box. And who is this? This is a safety. The Packers are like, fine, we will take this safety trying to tackle a running back who outweighs him probably by 10 to 15 pounds, and this is going to be on the plus side. So when you see where contact is made, look how much yardage comes afterward. If they can get him isolated on a DB, they'll take that all day long. The next example, again, different type of running style. This is power football. And what's power football? It's the double teams. This time they're going to pull a guard to kick out, not the tight end. But see, there it is, the double team up here, moving that defensive lineman, getting him 4 or 5 yards this way, kicking out, and then there's your lane. And this is where Dillon is so good. Patience, lets that hole open up. And once he gets that big body moving north and south, it's very, very tough to bring him down, lowers the shoulder, but it's going to be the power downhill run game with Dillon. So I know you're saying, Coach, well, then how do we stop it? Well, this is how Denver did it, and they did a very, very good job of this. It's about keeping your defensive linemen on the move. And this play right here, you're going to try to, you'll see another off-tackle play, but this defensive tackle stunts underneath, and he gets penetration, and you're going to see what happens with Dillon, that he has to start and stop. The defensive end gets underneath. There's that big body pile. So movement up front will be a big, big plus for the Vikings defensive line. Now, also, Aaron Jones in the backfield, but watch how the D-line movement works again. These defensive linemen line up in the same spot, play after play after play after play, and then all of a sudden they say, you know what, we're going to switch it up on you. But watch this 3 technique with this one-on-one block. They're trying to get this zone play, trying to get it outside. But when the ball snapped, the movement, this guard assumes he's going to be there. Boom, olays him, comes underneath. Look at that, nice flat, because he knows where the running back is going to go. But Jones has nowhere to take this ball. You get the penetration, and you get the tackle for the loss. So let's keep these big guys up front on the move. Now comes the key to this Green Bay offense, and that's Jordan Love, the quarterback. Let's take a look at what he does do very well. You'll see in this case, you have 3 receivers, bunch formation. We've been showing it on our film. It's just something that teams love to do, but they use it, in this case, to attack the middle of the field. So they have a tight end running the vertical to kind of clear things out. This is the old Jack Del Rio cheese route. Don't bite the cheese. He's telling his linebacker, don't worry about him, because something's coming in behind. But there's that hole. There's that gap in between the 2 underneath zone defenders. Jordan Love sees that, and he's able to step up, deliver a strike right on the money. He's very, very good in between the hash marks. He can be cold-blooded. He can be accurate, so you got to be careful about the middle of the field. Another way that they're going to attack us is with Christian Watson, right? A lot of speed, and they run a lot of plays. They try to get him to cover a lot of ground. In this case, you'll see him at the top of the screen, off the ball, kind of in a fullback position. Defense has to smell a rat. That's not normally where he lines up. He's not a great run blocker. That's not what he does. But what they're doing down here is taking these 2 receivers and clearing this half of the field. We've seen this many times on Film Room. Run a go route, pull this guy out. Now this one is a pick route, right? He's kind of getting in the way, but his job is just to interfere with any defenders trying to come over the top as Watson gets across the field. Now the speed, Watson running into this open area, but notice, on time and on target. Jordan Love does a great job seeing the field and getting that football outside. Now, one of the things we here at Film Room have noticed with Jordan Love is his ability to step up in the pocket and make things happen. So you have to be mindful of that. You have to have somebody inside, that gut pressure. Don't allow him to step up into the pocket. He can scramble outside, but don't step up. And this is a perfect example of exactly this. When Love gets to the top of his drop, you have all these underneath defenders, right at the sticks. They're all, and everybody here is covered. And Love sees that, but he also sees is this area right here in the pocket. And watch what he does. He steps up, buys some time for this tight end to get all the way across the field, able to see that and then deliver the ball. So he's stepping up north and south into the pocket to get a ball to the outside. He's very, very good at that. Another example of Love being cool in the pocket and stepping up. This play goes to Romeo Doubs. Now, you're going to have to survive a deep ball to Doubs once a quarter, right? You just got to stop that. He's going to get a fade, and Jordan Love throws it well, but once a quarter. In this case, however, red zone, crossing routes, but watch this. The pocket is there. Look at this. Jordan Love has all this room, but down the field, there's nothing. No one's open. There's nobody for him to get to the football right away. So watch what Jordan Love does. Steps up into the pocket to buy himself some time, keeps his eyes down the field, sees the open area. Now, he should have thrown this ball all the way to the pylon. He throws it back a little bit for a spectacular catch, but you can see that Love can step up in the pocket, find the open area. He delivers this ball again, a little bit short. Should have kept going to the pylon, but a great throw and great catch. Jordan Love, when he can step up in the pocket, is really good. So how do you defend that? Well, you do it with gut pressure, and you're going to see what happens when you can get to Jordan Love. He takes his eyes off the field and starts looking at the rush a little bit. And in this case, you'll see third down. He has three options right here. He has a receiver coming up over the middle. He's got the flat route, and then he could also throw this fade down here at the bottom. But for some reason, with this rush in his face, he chooses to do neither. He pulls this thing down, scrambles, and then again, makes something happen after he runs. But he doesn't take what's there. So all these points, I think, culminate in this play. And this is a perfect example of what you're trying to get Jordan Love to do and, well, not to do. But you'll see him on this play. He's at the top of his drop. You've got a wide receiver coming across the middle of the field. This guy is wide open. He's been wide open. But he's so dialed in on this dig behind him, he doesn't always see those wide open receivers. When you're getting pressure, you have somebody in his face. And finally, this is the old, it's better to be lucky than good category. You'll see two stack receivers, man-to-man, working over the top. There it is, throw it back shoulder, and just like they drew it up. So with this Packers offense, they want to run the football. It's always good to know who's back there, whether it's Dillon or Aaron Jones, different styles for different backs. And with Jordan Love, you want to make sure you've always got somebody in his face so he can't step up in the pocket.